culture. Joanna. Confused. Girlfriend outside, midday inside, and you told us clearly outside should forget about itself and focused on midday. So now what's up? So we should watch out for you and K-Bobo or Tega?
K-Bobo, yeah, K-Bobo.
As he shock you, now so he shock me too. Eh, now you there, no, Jehovah, ask me why I'm singing Jehovah na you dey. As it shocked you, now so it shocked me. Were you shocked about the eviction of 4 housemates tonight? Yo! Anyways, it is no longer news that Thelma Lawson and Bright's eviction was in fact real, because we saw them leave the house tonight. Then, of course, 2 other housemates joined them, which is Joanna and Kocho. To be honest, I'm not going to lie, I was thinking about them leaving and all, but I thought K-Bobo was going to be in that number. K-Bobo's fans, hey, no be smart thing they do. No be smart thing they do. Another thing that was quite surprising was the fact that Thelma Lawson had the least vote. You guys, this is quite shocking. She had the least vote, followed by Joanna, then Bright Morgan. Bright Morgan, that was bottom 3. The people, they vex, they say no, let's go harder. So there was a possibility that if it was just 2 housemates leaving, then Bryce Morgan would have been saved. But it is what it is. Of course, then Culture had the most vote among the 4 of them, but they only showed us the bottom 4, and it was the 4 people that left.
Dede, what's up? Things happened under the sheets. Let's leave it at that. One name kept coming back, and it was Coin.
You guys, it is getting real. The housemates are beginning to realize that the show is coming to an end and anybody can actually leave. Anyways, let's take it back to the beginning, how the show started, how Ebuka shook some tables, and how the housemates responded. First person he asked question was the head of house. Of course, he spoke to Zita and said, oh, congratulations on winning the HOH twice, and also mentioned that she had one person to speak about for the people who had given her problem this week. And he also talked about how she had wished that Coin was the one that left, that if it was Coin that left, then she would have probably believed the eviction, but that Thelma Lawson would leave, then she wouldn't believe it. So she went ahead to explain that it wasn't just Coin's name she mentioned every other person's name, but that was just her trying to make them also believe that, oh, the eviction wasn't real. But then back to the whole gist, she tried to explain herself, but I won't say that she articulated well her point, because she had explained to Kola, and I saw her explaining to Kola how Coin was giving her some type of vibe from the whole keyboard back and forth fights the other time during the wager about, oh, collect my battery, collect the keyboard, and then the time where Coin had a fight with Thelma Lawson about eggs, how Coin handled that, and then when she went to meet Coin to also sweep his room to do his chore, and how Coin had behaved. So she answered it. Of course, Coin was just sat there looking. He didn't do anything. He didn't say anything. That was it. The next person that Ebuka came and asked question was Dede. He asked Dede that, okay, first of all, what's up with she and Kola? She had done stuff with him under the sheets and everything, and then she goes ahead to now tell him how he is two-faced. What is giving her that information? What makes her feel so? So she was like, oh, it's just her feeling, is what she has observed. And Ebuka said, okay, what is informing the feeling or the observation? She said, oh, she doesn't want to talk about it, and she had also told Kola that she doesn't want to talk about it, and it is what it is. She still stands on it, that she doesn't want to talk about it. Then he went ahead to ask Jason J what was going on with him and Joanna, because last night they were doing stuff under the sheet. He keeps, close marking Sultana, saying, oh, Sultana, why are you dancing with this? You are jealous, you're marking territory, yet you are dancing with Joanna and doing stuff with other people, as well as being under Joanna's sheet in her bed. What's up with that? And Jason goes ahead to say that, oh, that both of them are his friends, and he's not restricting Sultana from doing anything she wants to do. She can do anything she wants to do in this house, but then it is what it is. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. So that is it, period. And the next person he asked question was Kola. He said, oh, Kola, following up what I asked Dede before, you have a lot of things to say about Dede when she's not there. There's an arc with you and Dede, it goes from you chasing her until now that things are here. You keep saying that it is for the game, like inside the house. What is that about? And he goes to explain how Dede made it clear that she has a relationship outside the house. So he's just, focusing on the moment. So that's why he's pursuing her in the house. He sees her every day. He likes her. She's a pretty woman. She's very beautiful. And that's what it is. He's not trying to say that, oh, anything will happen outside because of her relationship outside. And Ebuka goes to say that you make it feel like a quest and that's why you are doing what it is. He said, no, that's not what it is, that he actually likes her. And the reason why he's not talking about outside, repeating what he had said before, is because she has a boyfriend outside the house. Moving away from that conversation, Ebuka now went to ask Joanna don't already do Ebuka. God, I felt so bad for Faith. No.
Yes, Ebuka Faith is my friend and he's very good with words.
I have friends. I don't do that with my friends.
For him, anyways, he knows that he's my friend. And I know that we both respect each other at that point.
No. Faith, real. Faith, you be real guy, because Faith didn't even stand up when they evicted Joanna, because the response she gave when Ebuka asked the question, well, don't worry, they jump. So he asked Joanna, what's going on? You know that you and Faith, there's something there. What's now going on with you and Jason? Because Faith had spoken to you and he says all this love and everything to you, and then you go ahead to do stuff with Jason J under the sheets. And she's like, oh, first of all, nothing happened under the sheets. Faith is a friend. Faith can say whatever he wants to say. Everybody knows that Faith is good with words, and that's what it is. And Jason is also her friend. And Ebuka is like, they are your friends, but I don't do what I do. I don't do these things that you do with your friends. So what are you saying? She was just like saying, now anybody wants to think anything, I didn't sabi, but that's what it is. Shasha Faith just sat there and, he didn't move. He didn't say anything. He was just looking like, really? And, right after that, they evicted Joanna, and Faith didn't stand up to give Joanna a hug. He didn't say anything. He didn't move. He didn't flinch. And I was like, real, bro, real, because no need for all those fake things. And it's so annoying coming from Joanna, because when Joanna didn't want anything to do with Victory, she made it clear to Victory that, oh, I want my individuality in this house. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Let's be friends and let's keep it that way. All those type of things. Even though Victory was, advancing and all, she made it clear. And even us as viewers, we saw that there was a clear cut. Oh, I don't want you, just keep it that way. Same way for Rude Boy and Thelma Lawson. They kept it original. Oh, I don't like you, so I don't like you like that, so let's just be friends. And that was what it was. But for Joanna and Faith, she had been giving Faith green light. You say things like the party of life. She read so much about him, and she even said in a diary session today that she almost cried when she was reading a party of life and speaking about Faith, how Faith cares for her, how she has a person in the house. She keeps on saying all these type of things. And then Faith also, he thinks that he has somebody, said, oh, 4 minutes is too short for me to talk about Joanna. Joanna will bring Faith to, stand in between her legs. She will bring Faith, she will sit on Faith's lap, all those type of things, leading him on. And then you just, dismiss him like that when Ebuka asks. Like, that was so low of Joanna. I'm not going to lie. Yes, they are friends and they don't necessarily have any relationship. But let's not forget that last night, Faith had asked Joanna expressly, can I come to your bed? And Joanna said no to him. And then you let Jason J come to your bed, to the point where you people were doing stuff under the sheet, and you're saying, oh, we're just friends. Like, that was so bad. That was so bad coming from Joanna. I don't know if she and Faith, they will ever be able to mend this thing. I don't know what the explanation is going to be from her end. But yeah, that's what happened. Joanna has left the show for good. Did you see it coming? Did you think Joanna was going to leave? I thought about it, but I was like, Thelma Lawson leaving. I don't think Joanna may leave as well. But yeah, do you think that this whole situation going on with Kola and Dede, Ebuka still trying to hint the fact that maybe they both do not necessarily mean well for each other, especially coming from Kola's end, as though he doesn't mean well for Dede? Do you think that Dede will still, continue whatever it is she's brewing with Kola? I don't think so. I think she's going to take steps back. And also for Coin, we already know that he's not going to try to have a conversation with Zita. He's not going to try to confront her, because all the times that people have spoken about Coin, he is not going to confront anybody. And I don't think that they are necessarily friends. So I don't think anything will move forward from there. But now that Joanna Joanna is also out. I thought that she'll be there to have this conversation with Faith, but Joanna is out, so Faith doesn't even have who he will have the conversation with. But yeah, it is what it is. Then let's talk about some of the things that they said on stage when they came out. For Thelma Lawson, they asked her, oh, who is it going to be? Is it Ortega or is it capable? And she talked about the fact that Ortega had Sabrina, and Sabrina had told her something that she cannot disclose. So the fact that Ortega didn't bring it up, she just felt like, okay, let's not talk about it. Then the person that she's with now is capable. So okay. Then for Bright Morgan, Ebuka asked him, you kept saying you and Mide is inside the house, inside the moments. Now that you're out, who is it gonna be, your girlfriend or Mide? And Ebuka was like, is it Mide? He was like, it is what it is. I'm like, may your girlfriend not break your head. We know that girl, she feels set, she feel they look at you like this now, they wait for you with boys, may they beat you. Anyway, so yeah. Then for Joanna, Ebuka still asked her about the whole Faith thing. She still said Faith was her friend, and that's what it is. There's nothing more, nothing less. Then for Culture, they asked him how does it feel being outside. They also asked him inside the house how he feels about people thinking that he's the one that carries gist around the house, and not in a good way. He said they make everybody talk their talk real. He came out and he was surprised to be out. But yeah, that's what's up. That's what is going on in the house. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. And as I will always say, do not forget to drop the purple heart if you have come this far. Thank you so much. And until next time, I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye bye. So what am I missing? Am I missing anything? You tell me. I think this is pretty much what has happened in the house so far. Yeah.